Hey, it's your friend here, Kaitorayakara. We are going to be heading into the next section of the hub, wherein we will find the next minigame level. Yeah, let's just get that one out of the way. It's a personal, hated one of mine. And while it's not necessarily a bad level, it's more of an annoying level. Especially if you aren't very good at the genre that the game suddenly becomes.
Looks like this is some kind of giant voodoo egg beater to stir up that unsanitary mess.
If I can unlock the cauldron's lid, I might be able to thrash their production and build up enough steam pressure to get launched up to Ruby's Skull Temple.
Okay, sounds like we've got a plan. To get around that thing, try moving in the shadows made by the masks so that the guards won't see you.
What are you gonna do next, Sly? I mean, geez. So far, you've shut yourself up to a person's hideout. You've unlocked their secret elevator, and now you're going to destroy their production of whatever in order to steam pressure launch yourself up? Next, you're gonna tell me that you're gonna blow yourself up to their hideout. Wait, you've already done that.
The vehicle seems to be outfitted with some sort of high-energy cannon. Use the left analog stick to move, and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot. Remember, you can always shoot in one direction while moving in another.
Yeah, instead of shooting crabs now and being stuck in a circular arena, we get to fight infinitely spawning ghosts on a ship. We also get to face off against these guys, which are skeletal turtles that launch their heads at us and then regenerate their heads. If you haven't noticed, they're kind of on fire. Yeah, they're big wusses anyway. Oddly enough, we're already just a little bit over halfway through the level. The ghost ship itself is more... The ghost ship itself, and this section right here, is about the halfway point of this level. Basically, the level is split up into two parts. The first part is the ghost ship, and a few random wide areas for you to run around and shoot in. And then the next parts are very thin areas, which you will see very soon. Very thin, very narrow. All in all, they're still the same though, so even though the narrow areas are harder, if only because you have less room to maneuver in.
Of power for those headstone generators.
One useful tactic to keep in mind here is that you can still aim away from the actual narrow pathway that you're on. So it's possible to shoot them from across the gap where they can't actually hit you, or hit you effectively, rather. Like it matters. They still go down in one hit. And this is the only really, really frustrating part of this entire level. And luckily enough, it is the final part of the level, so take that as you will. It is a fight against 3 tombstones, obviously, which mostly just comes down to whether or not you have a good shot at any of the tombs. And since I've been hit, I decide to go gung-ho. Just hit it. Now that we're down to 2, it's a lot easier. We can just strafe back and forth, hopefully land a killing shot on one of those tombstones, and then we'll be down to 1. There we go. Now we just get to sit back and shoot the rest of this until it blows up, and then the key will magically float down. Well, back to the Swampstark Center. It's tight. See you next time, I guess. Bye-bye.